In Dublin next arrived, I found it such a pity to be so soon deprived of view of that fine city. So next I went to stroll all along the quality bundle I did roll. In a neat locality something crossed me mind. When I looked behind, no bundle could I find. Upon me stick a wobble inquiring for the rogue. Said me conic brogue wasn't much in vogue. On the rocky road to Dublin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road. All the ways to Dublin, what full all the road. My name is Sean Villanueva O'Driscoll. I'm from Belgium. My mother's Irish, my father's Spanish. Free climbing on big walls in very remote and isolated places. Basically proper adventures is what drives me. I always really enjoyed being outdoors and kind of got my passion for adventure and the outdoors pretty early on when I was younger. With Nico, straight away with Nico, we started doing some big trips. At first it was mostly sport climbing, but we would do these big hitchhiking trips where we would leave from Belgium, hitchhike to the south of France, climb along the way, climb in France for a few weeks and hitchhike all the way back up to Belgium. And they were just huge adventures for us at the time, we were maybe 16 or 17. Already back then, even though we were sport climbing, we already had that kind of feel for adventure. We knew we had to start climbing bigger walls, to find that excitement. And so we went to Yosemite, learned how to climb big walls, how to sleep on a wall, learned how to climb granite, how to place trad gear. And then from there on, every year we've just been going on adventures in the most isolated places we can find. And most of the time when I'm in Europe, I spend my time in this van, just traveling around. It's maybe small for a van, but it's perfect. It's exactly what I need. I don't own a lot of stuff and I don't have a lot of things, but I have a lot of freedom and I can live a lot of experiences and I get to go to all these magical places and live these huge adventures with good people and good friends. Usually when I go on an expedition, I try and bring the most technical gear that I have. It gets a lot of abuse. A lot of times we have to repair stuff. My go-to thing is kind of this roofing tape that I found in a hardware store in France. And it's really great stuff. You just cut a piece and you glue it on and it never comes off again. I have all my clothes I fix with this and I throw it into the washing machine at 60 degrees Celsius and everything in hot water, and the tape does not come off. It's super strong, super solid. It's the perfect stuff for repairing clothes, really. For me, patches it kind of gives a life and an experience to the gear. Brings back memories too. I was staying at some friend's house in Dublin, and they gave this to me as a Christmas present. It's really special because 15 years ago I got this, and it has a picture of Cerro Torre on there. It's this t-shirt and this image that inspired me to go and climb this mountain. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pakistan, Venezuela, Patagonia a few times. Here, this is one of the few places I prefer to sew than use tape, just because it feels more comfortable on the furniture shop. Greenland twice, Baffin Island twice, 10-meter sailboat swinging off the mast. I love Arctic swimming. You feel alive, I love it. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I did a lot of ascents in it. I climbed Fitzroy with it in 30 hours. It was on me and it was just part of me when I was up there on that wall, it didn't come off. So it's been on all these adventures on me, and it was a really special piece to me. And this workman came along and he saw the holes in it and he was like, it must be just an old rag or something. So he grabbed it and used it to put like the silicone between the windows, and I was like, oh no, this guy used my t-shirt as a rag, you know, and I was like so disappointed. And I still wear it, like silicone is just part of it. In Baffin Island in 2007, at one point I had to swim across a raging river. It was kind of really scary because the water had risen and the current was a lot stronger. And it was glacial water. So I tied the rope around my waist and swam for my life. I really had to fight to get out. I think it still has a lot of life in it. I mean, I'm still going to use it a lot. 24, 25, about 26 patches. Yeah, and there's plenty of room for plenty more. If you don't like patches, you can kiss my ass. I've been climbing with Nico and Ollie for almost 20 years now, since I started climbing, basically. Reaching the summit isn't really the most important thing for us. Success is if we have had a good expedition with good experiences and we've really lived. That's a successful expedition.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way hey, up she rises, way hey, and up she rises, way hey, up she rises, early in the morning.
To me, it just makes a lot of sense to try and keep your clothes as long as you can, and it kind of gives them power and it gives them a spirit. That's the thing. A piece that's full of patches and repairs and everything, it has a spirit, you know, there's a story attached to it.
Shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, early in the morning.
Hey! Thank you! Thank you very, very much! You're the best audience I've had all day! Woo-hoo-hoo!